Okay, so the idea for this week's Fermi problem is to try and put these very important events in the course of the history of the universe. So we have them in order: Big Bang, formation of neutral atoms, first stars and galaxies. And so we know the first event in what we know of history, and we know right now. So we know the first and last. And the idea is that we try and put it on a calendar. Okay, and so if you think about it, so we could say Big Bang number 1 and put a 1 here, and then right now put a 1 and put a 1 here. Now, how do you calculate where to put the rest on the calendar? Okay. And so we have these, and we can look up when they happened. Okay, so the question is, okay, but what month are they in? What day? And to do that, what you do is you say, number of years ago something happened, divided by a number of years ago it went. So you can create a ratio, okay? And so if we're going to say Big Bang 13.7 billion years ago, you can create a ratio. The other thing you could do is you could just go by month, right? And you could say, here we are, and 12 months, 13 billion years, about 1.1 billion years per month. So you could do that. Or and you look here, it's 37 million years per calendar day. Well, that tells you something, right? So what if something happened within the last 37.5 million years? Then you're going to have to squeeze it into that last day of the calendar. And you're going to see that a lot of events happened really within the last billion years that we want to put on the timeline. And so actually, all of these events here will be in the month of December. Okay, so they're within the last month. If you think of a year, then all the way at the end of the year, that's when many of these things that are important to us happen. So first cells developed a little bit earlier. And so amazingly, you'll see that even the solar system, formation of the moon, happened late in the year, right? So for a long time, nothing was going on. We finally, we didn't even have the Milky Way until well into the year. So then the thing that we want to look at is, we want to look at this representation, okay? So what I want you to think about in the long run is about making your own cosmic calendar. And what you'll notice is that in our cosmic calendar, we give December a whole month. Everything else is just a square, but here we give December a lot more room because so if we think of the whole year, so back in January the universe starts, March the Milky Way starts to appear. Okay, it's all the way till August. So 2/3 of the history of the universe is over, and the sun and the planets form. Okay. And then life starts to appear on Earth, like in September, out of a year with 12 months. In the 9th month, life starts to appear. So long, unimaginable amount of time with no life, at least no life on Earth. We're not sure. Life may have developed somewhere else. Okay. Oxygen starts, complex cells of life, right? So we had life, but in so for a couple of billion years, right? A month is 1.1 billion years, only single cells. And then suddenly November, we start seeing multi-cell. But first animals, halfway through the last month of the cosmic year, fish. And then look at on the last day of the year. So if you're thinking of a fraction, and the 364 out of 365, 365ths of the universe's history are done, and then finally, on that last part, human beings appear. And then our human history is really within the last 30 seconds. Okay, anatomically modern humans 8 minutes ago. So if it's midnight, it's about to be the new year. 8 minutes ago, we had humans that we would recognize as humans, but human history, last few seconds of this whole year. So imagine that what we think of as we are the most dominating things in the universe, we're the last few seconds of the year that we're around. Okay, so I'll send this out a little bit later. You can look at this chart if you want to. Don't feel like doing the calculations. But, so here we have about where the things that go on our cosmic calendar. Okay, so you want to do that, and I really recommend trying to fill in even more. So keeping your cosmic calendar with you is something, and as you find out more about the history of the universe, add in some more things that are of interest to you.